everyone, it is Tara joining you here from LotusPedal. We're gonna get started. Before we get started, if you want to go and grab yourself a nice foam block or anything that will work like that, nice block like this one here, or if you have any sort of extra cushioning like a blanket folded up would be just as awesome. We would also use this today too, which is gonna be a little bit longer of a towel. If you have anything like that, that would be awesome too. And if you have blocks, if you don't have blocks, no problem. You want to use a hard book or even cans of soup. It's just going to be using to balance for underneath your hands at one point in the class. That would be great too. Again, if you don't have these, it's okay. Just whatever you can grab that would maybe work would be awesome. And some sort of strap, some sort of anything you have. If you have a bathrobe strap or a belt or a gentleman's tie, anything like that will work too. All right, so I'll give you a second to grab all of those things and then we will get started. I'm just gonna adjust this one little live camera feed here because it's a little bit off kilter, and then we'll get going. All right, everyone. So let's start off by grabbing one of your pillows or blankets, or if you do have that nice cushy, nice foam block, that would be awesome to have as well. And we're just gonna place that underneath our thumbs right now. Nice work. And then nice and gentle, just start to pull your feet apart here so that your knees can start to land closer to the ground. If they're not gonna land on the ground, that's okay. Don't worry about it. We're just working here on really rotating our pelvis forward as we get started here today. And we're gonna really work on bringing that breath into the body and starting to cool that nervous system a little bit. So let's bring those eyes to close for a second. Hands coming to your knees. Starting to really focus on rooting down through your sit bones, but rising up through the crown of the head. Tuck the chin into the chest ever so slightly. Taking a moment here to arrive, take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale twice as long through the mouth. Cooling that nervous system, take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale twice as long through the mouth. Allowing yourself to let go, take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale twice as long through the mouth. And then let's inhale, roll those shoulders up towards your ears. And then exhale, push them down the back. Inhale, roll those shoulders up towards your ears. And then exhale, push them down the back. Inhale, roll those shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale, push them down the back. Rooting down through those sit bones, but rising up through the crown of the head. Tuck the chin into the chest ever so slightly. And then nice and gentle, start to slide your hands down across that front foot. Keeping the eyes closed if you can. If you can't, don't worry. Start to pick up that foot, slide it in behind, bringing your opposite foot forward here, just to create nice continuity in those hips. Slide your hands back to your knees. Keeping that breath fluid in the body, let's start to close the mouth and deepen that breath at the back of the throat, making that ha sound, that ocean tide, introducing the ujjayi breath. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale and exhale, bringing fresh, warm air, warm blood to those muscles, increasing the elasticity of those muscles, helping to support your silver skin, your fascia. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then quieting that busy, busy mind, focus in now perhaps on an intention you'd like to set for your class. Seeing your intention in the here and in the now, work from it. work with it. Take a deep breath in. On the exhalation, nice and gentle, start to flip those palms down towards the earth. Give those knees a little bit of a rub. Stimulate into that nervous system. And then gently start to open your eyes. Hi, everyone. And then when you are ready, start to rotate your pelvis forward. So I really want you to work from rotating forward rather than pulling in the shoulders. You are rotating those hips forward here. Hands on the knees. We're going to take ourselves 3 times in nice, lovely circles to the right. We're going to go 1, 2, and 3. Nice work. Pausing here now at center. Let's go the opposite direction. Opening up into that lower lumbar spine, supporting our hips here. One more time, all the way around. And then gently pausing here at center, taking your hands down to the mat here to support yourself as you remove any sort of props here from underneath you. Just place those to the side and start to take your legs out to either side of your mat. Start to gently sweep your hands behind your back, fingertips towards the back of the room, and then gently just start to windshield wiper those legs side to side, opening up those hip flexors here even more. And then nice and gentle, what we're going to do is you're going to start to pull the feet into the body. And now taking your blocks if you need. If you don't need to worry about it. But we're going to take your blocks and just have them to the sides of your body like so. If you don't want them, don't feel that you have to need them. It is just an option here for you. We're going to either take our fingertips to the mat or hands on those blocks. We're going to start to rock back and find that C curve. Once we have found it, we're going to start to rock our toes up a little tiny bit. Really starting now to engage into that core. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, we're just going to rock ourselves forward here and start to press our feet towards the mat. Bringing your chest in towards your thighs here. Rolling the shoulders still into the back. We're going to exhale, roll yourself back. Start to pull those toes to the sky as you find that C curve. Engaging the core, roll those shoulders deep into the back, and then gently start to roll yourself forward and place those feet back down onto the floor. We're going to do this 2 more times. We're going to nice and gentle let the toes float up towards the sky. Find that C curve. Exhale, push yourself all the way forward. Place toes down on the mat. 1 more time, firing through that core. Slide yourself back. And then slowly bring yourself back up to forward. Taking your hands off of those blocks or mat. Start to drape your arms around your knees. Drop your head down and pull back through those shoulders. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I just realized I still have my glasses on because I can't see anything anymore. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out. You're still hugging those knees here, pulling the shoulder blades beautifully apart. And then when you are ready, nice and gentle, start to release those shoulders here. Start to gently take your hands to the sides of your body and nice and gentle start to take yourself all the way back down onto the mat. Once you are there, reach those arms all the way up overhead, really stretching it out here and start to tuck your chin into your chest. Start to see if you can flatten that curve in your back by tucking your tailbone under here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, really elongating here through your side obliques. Inhale. And on the exhalation, let's sweep those arms all the way down to the sides of your body, and then inhale, rise those arms all the way up to the sky. Start to cactus the arms here as you pull them into the body and then rise those arms to the sky. Conscious of keeping that navel pressed into the spine. And one more time, cactus those arms. Sweep them all the way down and then inhale, rise the arms to the sky. Reversing the order here, start to slide those arms the opposite way. Start to pull your elbows in towards your body and then sweep those arms up to the sky. Start to slide those arms down, pull the elbows in towards your body, and then sweep those arms to the sky one more time. Slide those arms down, pull the elbows in towards your body, and then sweep those arms to the sky. Nice and gentle, start to slide those hands back down to the earth. Roll the shoulders deep into the back, and then gently tucking the tailbone under. Start to see if you can start to rise yourself gently up and start to slide onto those forearms, rolling your shoulders deep into the back here. Take a deep breath in. Lift up with that chin and chest here, and let that head face towards the sky. Once you are there, gently, gently, gently start to look over your right shoulder. And then nice and gentle, coming to center, start to look over your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in here. And then nice and gentle, bringing yourself back to center. Press into your forearms, press into your palms to help you as you slowly start to lift yourself all the way up. Starting to fire a little bit more into those arms here. Let's take one of our blocks, or if you have a blanket or anything that you can just keep your hands just a little bit farther apart. Roll the shoulders deep into the back and keep your feet planted here. All we're going to do is we're going to take ourselves into that C curve, and we're just going to lift those arms up overhead. And then slide those arms nice and gentle right out in front. You should feel this engaging in the core. If you don't, you need to rock back a little bit further into that C curve. We're going to inhale the arms up overhead. And then exhale, slide those arms down. One more time, inhale, roll those arms up overhead. Exhale, slide those arms down. Slowly rise yourself up and start to take your feet out into a butterfly position. Butterfly position, if you have those blocks, we're going to take the block in between our feet like so. And then we're going to take our opposite block here and place it on top like so. And then we're going to take hold of those ankles and rock here from our hips as we slowly start to bring ourselves down towards those builded up blocks. If your head is still not going anywhere near those blocks, that is perfectly fine. We're going to take a deep breath in here and a deep breath out. Inhale. And exhale here, roll those shoulders deeper into the back. Loosen through that jaw. 2 more gorgeous breaths just like this. If you find you don't need the blocks at all, don't feel you need to use them. If it is easier and better for your practice to take the feet just in its center, taking the elbows out and bringing your head right down to those feet, that is awesome too. Just work with what works for you here. Nice and gentle, start to rise all the way up. If you did use those props, place them off to the side. And then gently here, you're gonna reach in for that left heel and start to pull it into your body, leaving the right foot right out in front. Now this may be enough for you, and you may already be feeling this in your glutes, but if not, you can start to see if you can take that foot over that knee. And maybe pull that back foot into the body a little bit more. This may be enough for you. You may be feeling this, and this is awesome. We want to make sure that we're still sitting up and rocking forward here from our pelvis as we pull the knee in towards the chest. It should feel like a very active stretch. Now, if you feel that you would like to have more, you can start to pull that top foot right over the body, bringing yourself here into full shoelace. Full shoelace pose. You have the option, of course, to start walking those fingertips all the way forward and then bringing the chest right over the knees here to really increase that nice stretch through your back bum. Your glutes should be on fire here. Stretching it out, rolling the shoulders though still into the back. Even if you were in full expression, you are pushing those shoulders into the back and remaining loose through that jaw. Nice deep breaths in And deep breaths out here. If you need to tie your hair back or anything like that, go for it. Inhale. And exhale here. One more beautiful breath. And then slowly and gently, whichever variation you are in, start to rise yourself all the way up. We're gonna sweep those fingertips behind our back now and roll the shoulders deep into the back. And then inhale, lift that chin and chest to the sky and really work on pushing those shoulders down into the back. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale here, start to rock yourself back to forward. Sweep those hands out to the side, press into the palms, release those legs all the way out in front and give them a little tiny bit of a shake. Roll those ankles over, break up any lactic acid that may be stuck there. And then nice and gentle, start to crack it out the opposite direction here. Nice deep breaths in and deep breaths out. And then nice and gentle, sweeping underneath those knees, pull the knees into the body. And then sweeping in for that opposite foot here, fold the opposite foot underneath. I know Instagram, you do different mirroring than us. Nice and gentle, start to pull that foot into the body, and you may feel enough of a stretch right here. And that glute might be already firing there on the left side, and if it is, awesome. But if you would like more, you can cross that leg over the body even further here, coming into another variation. Nice deep breath in, checking out how you feel here. If this is enough for you, stay here, this is awesome. But if you would like some more, you can start to pull that foot, bringing the knees in line with each other here, coming into full shoelace pose. Pulling the feet deeper into the body if you like. If you would like even more, you can always walk those fingertips all the way forward and bring your chin over your knee, increasing this stretch even further. Never taking it though further than what feels good for your body. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale and exhale here, firing through that glute in this variation of one of our yin postures. Inhale and exhale here. 2 more beautiful breaths just like this. Checking in with those muscles in between your eyebrows, in your eyelids, and in your jaw. Releasing any tension there. Slowly and gently start to walk those fingertips back into the body. Releasing the fingertips towards the back of the room, bend into those elbows, lift that chin and chest. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Roll those shoulders deeper into the back, inhale. On the exhalation, nice and gentle, sweep those hands to the sides of your body. Take those legs all the way out in front of you here and give them a little tiny bit of a shake. Roll those ankles over here, breaking up any lactic acid that may be there. And then when you are ready, we're gonna start to sweep underneath that right leg and start to pull that right foot into the body. And as we do, we're gonna take our hand to the back lower lumbar spine and start to point that left foot. One of the only poses in our yoga practice where we really encourage pointing the toe. Pull the foot closer into the groin area. Pointing that foot here, we're gonna start to rotate our hips to be centered here. From here, a little bit of a micro bend in that back elbow, but keeping it close into the body. We're gonna extend the left arm over the ear, reaching here towards the back of the room, and you should feel this pull all the way through that side body. Beautiful deep stretch here. Now, if it is in your practice to take this further, you can, but if here is awesome, stay right here. I love this stretch. From here, what you can do though, if you would like, is start to come up onto that knee and slowly lower a little tiny bit further to the earth with that extended arm, really opening up here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale and exhale. One more time, reach 2 different directions, fingertips to the front, toes to the back, and then slowly and gently start to slide yourself all the way down. Nice and gentle, start to support that knee into the body. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to take that back arm and you're going to see if you can sweep it ahead and see if you can start to catch your foot here on the other side, that back foot. If your hand is not going to get anywhere near your foot, just bring it to the shin or the calf muscle. If you can catch the foot, awesome. Just make sure though that you're still able to rotate your chest to this guy. If you're nowhere near that, is just as great. This is awesome too. From here, if you are able to catch the foot, you want to see if you can start to walk your hand over towards the side even further, really getting into a really deep shoulder opener. If you're able to catch here and you'd still like to do that shoulder opener, just take your fingertips out, just as awesome. Those of us that have a little tiny bit more depth, you're going to start to rock your weight forward here. Bring that shoulder even deeper into the body and see if you can catch your hand behind your back. From here, you're going to take your opposite arm and see if you can sweep it behind and perhaps catch your hands. And then lift up with that chin and chest to really open up here through the shoulder girdle. This is the absolute max of your posture. If this is not going to happen, remaining here is just as awesome. As we start to really open up through the shoulder girdle here, using the knee as leverage here to push into the shoulders to open up here. Using that fascia to nicely separate here so the muscle gets a little bit more juiciness into it. Take a deep breath in. If you are in that full expression, slowly and gently release those fingertips. Nice and gentle. Anyone still catching the foot? Let go. Slowly start to rise yourself all the way up and slowly just start to bring that knee in and give it a hug. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out. And then nice and gentle, what we're going to do is we're going to take that hand on the same side as your knee, place it behind you, and then nice and gentle, just take your left arm, cross it over here. Fingertips can come to a block or to the mat as you lower your chin over that shoulder here, coming into a nice spinal twist here. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out. Inhale. On the exhalation, slowly and gently start to rotate yourself back to center. Extend that leg out and give it a little tiny bit of a pulse. Nice and gentle here. I'm going to go the opposite direction so I can still look at you the whole time. And I'll remove our props so you can still see my feet here. What we're going to do is once we are back at center, giving those legs a shake, we're going to start to support underneath that opposite knee and pull it into the body. And as we pull it into the body, we are pointing our opposite toe. So our right toe is pointing now, left foot is in, and we're going to place that hand to our lower lumbar spine. From here, we're going to square our hips towards the front of the mat here, and then nice and gentle, side of your mat here, and then pointing that toe, pushing that foot away. You're going to take your opposite arm, reach it over your ear and towards the back of the room. Nice deep breaths in, roll the shoulders into the back. You can stay right here, or if you'd like a little tiny bit more lift, you can always come up onto that knee and extend even further here, reaching that hand towards the front, your toe towards the back, or opposite if you're the opposite way. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Stretch and elongating here, feeling all the connective tissue in your rib cage opening and expanding. And then nice and gentle, slowly, starting to land out of that position. Nice and gentle here, starting to bring that knee into the body. Nice and gentle here, what we're going to do is we're going to take our opposite arm here, and nice and gentle, see if you can start to slide through and catch into that opposite foot. So again, if you're just coming to your shin, that's awesome. If you're inching a little bit further, that's okay. If you're catching that foot, perfect. We just want to make sure though that our chest is still able to rotate to the sky here. And then nice and gentle here, opposite fingertips coming out to the side. You're going to see now if you can just start to sweep that hand out. Now this may be enough for you, and this is awesome if it is, but if you want, you can start to sweep the hand behind the back here. If this works for you and you are still feeling okay, you can start to bow your chest down a little bit more and see if you can slide that arm a little further down into the leg. When you are doing that, you're gonna reach back, catch your opposite hand here so that you are in a bind as you slowly start to reach your chin and chest to the sky. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out, really opening up here through that shoulder girdle. If you are here, this is just as awesome. Not going any deeper than what you like. This is a very, very, very big shoulder opener. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out here. Inhale and exhale here. Use that breath, work from it. And then when you are ready, those of us in the bind, start to drop that chest down. Nice and gentle. Start to take your arm out from inside and pull that knee in towards your chest. Now taking your opposite arm, start to slide it over the knee. Opposite hand coming to your back here. Take your fingertips down to a block or down to the earth as you start to gaze over that back shoulder, really opening up here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Roll those shoulders deeper into the back here. Inhale. And then the exhalation, nice and gentle. Start to rock yourself back to center. Extending both legs. Fingertips come towards the back. We're going to roll those shoulders deep into the back and give those legs a little tiny bit of a shake. Rock those ankles over. Break up any lactic acid. Go opposite direction. And then when you are ready, start to sweep those hands to the sides of the body. Pull the knees into your body. Nice and gentle here. Start to roll those shoulders deep into the back. And start to again find that C curve. Nice and gentle here. What we're going to do is you're going to take one foot up into the body. And then place that leg all the way out. Pull the knee in. And then take that leg out. One more time. Pull the knee in. And then taking it out. Nice C curve still in that back. Slide that foot back to the earth. Opposite foot is going to rise as you pull the knee into the back. And then take it all the way out. Using your force of your hand here as well, you're literally pulling it in to help the hip flexor here. This is more about the hips than it is the core, this one. One more time, pulling it in. And then nicely extending it out. Gently land that foot to the mat. Fingertips again coming out now to the sides though. Lift up with that chin and chest. And then nice and slow, cross your ankles over. Start to slide those hands all the way out in front. Plant down through those hands as you gently start to rise yourself up into that tabletop position. Now, if tabletop position, you are finding that those knees are a little tiny bit tender, that's where these nice longer blankets come into a nice effect here. Taking a little bit longer of a blanket, you can always place those right underneath the knees here and then take the hands to the mat. Just giving those knees a little tiny bit more of cushioning here is always beneficial. If you don't need it, no worries, just an option, of course, here for you. Once you find yourself back in tabletop position, really plant your hands evenly into the mat. Roll the eyes of the elbows in towards each other and check in that your knees are directly below your hips and that your hands are directly below your shoulders. Start to drop your tummy down towards the earth here as you roll those shoulders deep into the back. Start to turn your gaze up to the sky. And then exhale here. Start to arch your spine here, looking towards your navel. Really exaggerating this motion. Let's inhale. Drop our tummies down towards the mat. Look up towards the sky. Exhale, arch that spine. Inhale here for cow pose. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. One more time. Inhale here for cow. And then the exhalation, coming into that neutral tabletop position, we're going to take our knees nice and wide here. And then gently, 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 starting to walk the hands into the body here. We're gonna start to take our bum down towards those heels. Once we are there, we're gonna slide that right arm through the body here and see if we can drop our shoulder down towards the earth here. Feeling that pull now through that shoulder girdle even further here. Option to keep that hand extending now all the way out in front, or if you want to wrap it over your body, you can. Whichever gives you the most amount of satisfaction here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale and exhale, releasing anything in the body that is not serving you. Allow it to melt out into the earth. Take a deep breath in. On the exhalation, slowly and gently, start to bring yourself back into center. From center, roll those shoulders deep into the back, and then inhale, rise the shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, push the shoulders deep into the back. Inhale, roll those shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, pushing them deep into the back. Start to slide your opposite arm all the way through, and see if you can start to land that shoulder down towards the earth here. Now, nice and gentle, option to extend your opposite arm overhead to really feel that expansion still through that side body. If you would like more through the shoulders, you can always wrap that arm right around and feel that pull further through the shoulder girdle, whichever makes your body feel the most happy here. Nice deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Inhale and exhale here. One more beautiful breath, just like this. And then when you are ready, slowly, mindfully start to bring yourself back up to center. Once at center, start to walk those hands all the way up your mat. Take your elbows a little tiny bit out to the side so that you can open up your collarbone here. And then start to take your head either down to the earth, or if your head is not going to reach the earth, grab for one of your blocks and place your head on your block. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out here in this wide-legged child's pose. Roll those shoulders deeper into the back. Take a giant deep breath in and a deep breath out, opening up. Feel the weight of your bum sinking towards your heels. We have 2 more giant breaths just like this. Feel heavy. Feel grounded. Slowly and gently starting to roll your weight all the way up. If you used a block, just place it out to the side. And then nice and gentle here, come on back up into that tabletop position. Tabletop position, leave that cushioning under the knee if you used it, as we will be going into a posture next that will need a little bit more cushioning if you like. What we're going to do is we're going to press our weight evenly into that left hand and start to extend that right leg all the way behind us. Walking our right fingertips up the mat a little tiny bit here to really ground through those hips here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. So everything is happening right now on the right with the extension. Inhale. And on the exhalation here, what we're going to do is we're going to slowly start to pull the knee all the way into the body. And then just see if you can start to slide that foot all the way out in front. Starting to rotate your weight now into that front knee. Fingertips on the right side, still on the mat. Let's start to slide that left arm either to the knee, or you can take it up to the sky here. Opening up, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. If the fingertips on the mat is not gonna work for you, grab for that block, help yourself, whichever works best for you. Nice deep breath in And deep breath out. And then just see, can you rotate that arm a little tiny bit more towards the back of the room? Opening up that chest, opening up through the front of your collar as well. And then nice and gentle, start to slide that hand to the earth. Nice and gentle, if you use your prop, place it to the side for a moment. Frame that front foot and slide your front foot if it's not already into center. Square your hips to that front foot and gently start to rock your weight back here, being sure your feet are planted into mat here. Your front foot should be planted here as you start to bring your head down towards that shin. You should feel this pull through the entire back of the leg. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out. Now again, if your hands are not reaching that mat, grab for those blocks. They're there to help you. Place your hands on those blocks here, making this as accessible as possible for you. We really want to work on opening up through the back of that leg. We don't want any strain through the fingertips if we are not able to get them to the earth. And then nice and gentle here, what we're going to do is we're going to start to slide those blocks or your hands to the sides of your knee here. This is going to help stabilize your knee, help really work into the meniscus here. Pressing nice and gentle into those blocks or into the earth. You're going to start to rock your toes towards the sky as you start to drop that bum back towards that back calf muscle. Again, if you need blocks, take them to whichever level works for you. Tallest level, whichever works. If you have cans of soup, just as great. If you have books, just as awesome. Nice and gentle. See if you can hinge here from the hips rather than from the shoulders. Hinging from the hips, see if you can take your stomach towards your thigh here. Toes are pointing towards the sky. Start to drop your head and chin. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out. Allow a little tiny bit of rounding, but not too much. Roll those shoulders deeper into that. Feeling now this stretch even deeper in towards the back of the knee here. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale. And on the exhalation, start to rock your weight forward here. Nice and gentle, squaring those hips here. Start to lift your chin and chest. Nice and gentle, start to take your hands to your knee. Roll those shoulders even deeper into your back here. And be sure that there is a nice flexion happening in this front leg, in your back leg. Nice and gentle here. Start to roll your chin here to the side as you push those shoulders deeper into the back. You can stay right here, or you can start to slide those arms up to the sky and cactus those arms down the back. Whichever works for you here. The breath is in and out here through the nose as we open up. Inhale and exhale. Deep breath in. And then nice and gentle, start to slide your hands back to that knee. Rock your weight back here. Fingertips coming down to the mat as you gently start to slide that leg into the body here. Just rock your hips side to side here. Opening up. And then when you are ready, having blocks close by, if you know that you're going to be using them, slowly slide yourself into that tabletop position, rolling all your weight now into that right side. Right hand is really pressing into the earth. We're going to extend that left leg all the way out. And we're going to start to walk those left fingertips all the way up the mat here. Everything is happening on the left side. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. And on the exhalation here, start to pull the knee in towards your body. And then just see if you can start to slide that foot all the way out in front. Starting to bend now into that knee, checking in that your knee is not going over your toe. If it is, walk that foot a little tiny bit more forward here. And then nice and gentle here, start to slide that opposite onto the sky. Again, if fingertips is not going to happen, grab that block, place it there, and start to open yourself all the way up here. Really feeling this nice elongation, this pull in the back as exhalation, just see if you can open that arm up a little tiny bit more, opening up through that chest. Inhale. And on the exhalation, slowly and gently start to slide that hand either down to another block or down to the earth as we really start to open up through those hip flexors. Take a deep breath in. And then deep breath out here. Inhale. And on the exhalation here, if you are using blocks, awesome. I'm just going to take the blocks out just so we can see what we are doing. We're just going to slowly start to rock our weight back here, but we are keeping that foot planted into the mat in the beginning here. Really important for the protection of our knee, that when our foot is all the way extended, that we keep our foot down to the earth here. And then nice and gentle here, rock your weight back towards that leg. Making sure that we are hinging here from the hips rather than from the shoulders, so we don't look like this. Instead, we look like this. Nice and long here. Again, if blocks are better serving you here, please use them. Breathe in. And breathe out here, shooting our bum towards the back of the room, rolling those shoulders deep into the back. Inhale. And exhale here, couple more breaths here, checking in with that jaw. So quickly, it's gonna try to start to tighten back up. So be sure that you're really working down, releasing that jaw, noticing that relationship, that correlation between tight shoulders and tight jaws. Releasing through that jaw is gonna help those shoulders so much more. Nice and gentle here. Start to frame your knee here with your hands or your blocks. And then gently here, start to roll your weight back. So your bum is going even further towards the back of the room as you start to bring your toes towards the sky. Nice and gentle here, starting to sink your weight back here. Again, making sure you're rotating from the hips here rather than from the shoulders. Start to bring your chest and your stomach closer towards that front leg. Really firing now through the back of the leg, really getting into the back, stretching of that knee. Roll those shoulders deep into the back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Sink that bum back. You should feel this pull. Inhale. And exhale here. And if you're super, super bendy and you don't feel anything, you're going to bring your chest all the way down to that knee. That's a lot. Inhale. And exhale here, use that breath. And then slowly and gently start to rock your weight all the way forward here. Pressing that foot again into the mat here. Roll the shoulders deep into the back as you start to take your hands to that knee. Rocking the shoulders even further into the back. Start to turn your chin and chest here to the sky. Now option to stay right here. Or you're inhaling those arms up overhead. Exhale, cactusing those arms all the way down as we further that back bend and open up. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. On the exhalation, shooting those hands to the sky. If they are there, gently land them back down onto that knee. And then nice and gentle, starting to lift up through those hips. Taking any blocks out to the side if you use them. Fingertips to the mat. Start to slide that leg back and start to rock here side to side through those hips. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then nice and gentle, taking your hands down towards the mat. Roll those shoulders deep into the back. Tuck your toes under, point your fingers out towards the sides of the room a little tiny bit. And then start to lift up those knees here. Bear pose, inhale. And then exhale, lower those knees to the mat. Nice deep breath in as you lower your chest towards the mat. Rock those shoulders deep into the back. Rise up into that tabletop. Tabletop toes are still tucked under. Roll the eyes of the elbows in towards each other. Lift those knees off the mat. Navel pressing to the spine. And then gently bring those knees down to the mat. Fingertips now pointing towards the front of the room. Release those feet and pulse out those feet. Inhale, roll the eyes of the elbows in towards each other here. Tuck your toes under. And then gently lifting those knees, bend into your elbows as you push yourself all the way up. And back into your very first downward dog of the day. Let's pedal those heels here up and down. And lightly and gently shake that head here, yes. And now cracking anything stuck in those ankles out. Take a deep breath in. And then slowly rise up onto your toes. And then slide your heels towards the earth. Rise up onto those toes. And then slide your heels towards the earth. One more time, rise up onto those toes. And then slide your heels towards the earth. Root down through those heels. Look towards your knees, selecting your drishti. And then nice and gentle, take those knees nice and wide, land them down. And then slowly start to slide yourself all the way back, coming into that child's pose. Rock your shoulders into your back, rock your bum down towards those heels, and pause here. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out again. If your head is not getting anywhere near that mat and you'd like to use a block instead, please do. Really, really work here on resting and opening up through those hip flexors and through those shoulders. This area of the brain too that you're placing down on the mat is called the frontal lobe. It is what is in control of any emotions in your body. So if ever you're feeling overwhelmed or things are happening too fast, which happens a lot right now, definitely bringing your head to a surface can help cool that area of the brain, help you return to a little bit more of a gentle state before you bring yourself back out. Nice deep breaths in. We're pausing here still, holding for 3 more gorgeous breaths. I'm just gonna see what's up with our music, so I have to come off screen for a second, and I'll be right back. Keep that breath in and out through the nose the entire time, really working through that breath. One more beautiful breath, just like this. And then nice and slow, start to rise yourself all the way up. Start to bring your knees into center here, and then start to slide your feet over to the side as you start to walk your hands behind you. And then nice and gentle, taking those legs all the way up in front. If you want to get rid of any sort of extra props you were using, please do. Take those legs all the way out in center and give them a little tiny bit of a shake. And then nice and gentle here, bumping your bum up towards your feet. You're going to make sure that you have your blocks close by. I'm going to come front here so you can see more of what we're doing here. And we're going to make sure that we have our strap close by. So having our strap close by, right side, and we're going to take a block out on the right. We're roughly going to place it a little tiny bit up to where, so if your legs were extended on your mat, it's going to be basically kind of where your calf muscle would be. Now, if you find that you need to adjust that once we get there, no problem, you can. Opposite side is going to do the exact same thing. And again, it really just depends on where you feel comfortable for these. Here we are now in Dandasana. Press your toes towards the sky. Legs are all the way extended here. And nice and gentle, you're going to take your strap here. And then just start to slide it over that one foot, your right foot, keeping it really loose right now. Super, 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 super loose. And now I'm going to come to the side so you can see that you can stay exactly where you are. What we're going to do is you're going to slowly, keeping the strap super loose here in the beginning, no problems. We're just going to lower ourselves down to the back. You are lowering very slowly so you can engage that core the entire time. Once down on the mat, you're going to rock everything under so that you feel really good here on the mat. Roll those shoulders deep into the back and start to slide your right foot to the sky, using that strap to support you here. Nice and gentle, roll those shoulders deep into the back. And then just pull that leg a little tiny bit closer towards your face. If you need to keep a bend in the knee here, please do honor that. Don't feel you have to be fully extended here. And even as fully extended, you're keeping a micro bend in that knee so that we are supporting the knee. And you shouldn't be death grip on this strap. It's nice loose though, not too loose, but not too tight either. And then nice and gentle here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna start to slide your hands down that lovely, lovely, lovely strap. Opposite hand here, left hand is gonna come to your hip to make sure your hip doesn't rise off of the earth, and you're gonna slide your foot down towards that block. Now if you're feeling, you know what, I'm not feeling a lot of a stretch here, just take your foot to the outside of that block, take that block to whichever level feels best for you to take your leg out to the side, still keeping that left hip down to the earth, rolling the shoulders down to the back, but that you can feel a little bit of juiciness happening there. Again, if you need to take it all the way out, if that's more where you are at, that is awesome. Just be sure that that left hip is still pressing into the earth, so not going any further than that. Nice deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Letting yourself rush down into the mat. I need to count in my head here, otherwise I won't get ourselves right on the opposite side for the same amount of time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. And exhale here. You should feel this intense stretch, but also feel relaxed at the same time. And again, your grip on that strap is not a death grip, it's a loose grip, just helping support that leg out to the side. Inhale. And exhale here. Two more giant breaths just like this. And then nice and gentle, what we're going to do is we're going to start to support that leg now up to the sky. And then taking both hands on that strap, we're going to take our opposite arm. So right arm, I'm just going to move this block so you can see me. Right arm is going to place itself down onto the mat like so. And then you're going to slide your left hand down and place that foot onto the block on the opposite side. Now same thing, this is level one. If you're finding I'm not feeling any stretch here, just take your leg to the outside of that block, push that block up until you find a point where you can feel that stretch. Your hip is gonna lift off of the mat here, so it's okay if you have that one bum cheek up in the air, that's fine. You wanna feel this pull through the hip flexor here. This is where the magic is happening. And the arm extending out is helping us keep those shoulder blades down into the mat. Nice deep breath in. And deep breath out here is a really good little point to check in with that jaw. Check in with your breath. Are you breathing all the way down through your diaphragm? And if not, here's a good time to do so. Releasing any tension in that face, letting it go. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. On the exhalation, slowly and gently start to roll yourself back to center. Start to pull that strap into the body, bending deeply into that knee. Start to release that strap off of the foot. And gently here, start to pull the knee out to the side here to avoid your rib cage as you start to bring the knee in towards your shoulder. And rock that foot all the way around. Breaking everything up. You're really focusing today on cracking at those ankles. And then when you are ready, start to roll that knee into center. Holding on to your shin. Start to slide yourself all the way up, really using that core to rise yourself all the way up, way harder than it looks. Take those legs straight out in front, give them a shake. And then nice and gentle here, setting your props up. Now you may know that, you know what, I really needed to have that block higher, or I really liked it where it is. Seeing now that you know what level one is, seeing where those blocks would be best suited to you, start to take your strap over your opposite foot. And then from here, nice and gentle, sliding down. Again, you are not death gripping this strap here. You are keeping yourself at a nice grip on it, not too tight. You're gonna start to slide yourself all the way back, down, onto the mat, shoulders melting into the mat, rock them down, and then gently from here, once you are feeling cozy and good, you can start to lift that leg to the sky. Now flexing that foot, pushing your heel towards the sky here so that you feel this elongation through the back of the leg, but again, keep as much of a bend in the knee as you need that. Nice deep breaths in and deep breaths out, tucking chin into the chest, shoulders into the mat, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, feeling this elongation here through the back of the leg as you start to slide your hands down that rope. Start to take your hand on the opposite side to the hip as you gently take that left leg now out to that block on the opposite side. Again, seeing where you feel, okay, maybe that needs to be out a little tiny bit more, and if it does, place yourself there. Keep your hand on the opposite side, so right hand on that right hip as you roll your shoulders deep into your back here, feeling that extension. Nice deep breaths in and then deep breaths out. And again, this hand is not in a tight death grip. It is just lightly holding to support yourself there. Roll those shoulders deeper into the back. So quick, they're gonna try to creep up towards the ears here. Pressing though that right hip into the mat. If the hip is lifting, you've taken the leg up too high. So keep yourself settled here. Keep those breaths deep in and out through the nose. Opening up, you should feel this expansion here through the hips. If you don't feel anything, take that leg even higher. Bring it up higher until you do feel that pull. You should feel it. Nice deep breaths in and deep breaths out. 3 more conscious breaths here. Make sure the breath is going all the way down into your diaphragm, really working it through. Remembering that the exhalation is just as important as the inhalation. Giving yourself permission to let go. Release to the earth, slowly and gently start to take that leg to the sky. Nice and gentle, taking both hands to the straps, roll the shoulders deeper into the back here. Again, slowly start to take that left arm all the way out as you gently start to rock your foot over the opposite direction. Again, seeing that perhaps you need to kick that prop out a little tiny bit more to support you as you bring yourself there. Again, this hip is going to lift off of the earth, so it's okay if your bum cheek is coming off of the mat. What is important here is that your shoulders are pressing evenly down into the mat here, and that you're still able to have a smile on your face. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out, opening it up here. Inhale and exhale here. And if you're finding that, you know what, on this side, my foot is not going anywhere near my prop, that's okay too. The bigger picture here is just opening up those hips and starting to get them to ease out. Nice deep breaths in and deep breaths out, not staying here quite as long as our first side, the side where we had our leg extended. Even on both sides though for this posture pose. We're gonna slowly and gently start to bring ourselves back to center. Start to fold the knee into the body here. Gently releasing that strap off of the foot. Place the strap all the way to the side here. And start to pull your knee here in towards your armpit, avoiding your rib cage here, but feeling that nice pull, that nice stretch. Again, if you need to rock out those ankles, break up any lactic acid there. Please, please, please honor that. Work from that. And then nice and gentle, start to roll that knee to center. Using your core rather than momentum here. Way harder than it looks, I know. Start to lift yourself all the way up. Nice work. Nice and gentle, take any props out from around you here. Make sure that you don't have anything in your way. You're gonna take those legs all the way out and give them a little tiny bit of a shake. And then slowly and gently here, if you want any sort of extra cushioning under your knee, you can get that as you bring yourself slowly, slowly, slowly down towards the earth. Nice and gentle, slowly bringing yourself all the way down towards the earth here. Start to roll those shoulders deeper into your back. Starting to become very heavy here through the body, releasing through the jaw. Start to take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale here twice as long through the mouth. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale twice as long through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in through the nose. And exhale twice as long through the mouth as you roll those shoulders deeper into the back, bringing those eyes to closed. Inhale. And exhale here. Just kind of getting our Instagram one up too. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And then bringing that mouth to closed. Start to release your tongue off of the roof of the mouth, interrupting conscious thought. Let yourself melt. Let yourself be. Slowly, slowly start to bring life back into your body by wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Inhale. On the exhalation, start to pull the knees up into the body and gently rock yourself over to the right. Pausing, knees all the way over to the right for a moment. And then nice and gentle, start to bring yourself up into an easy seated position. Easy seated position. Let's inhale, rise those arms up overhead. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Push away any energy that is not serving you. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, push away any energy that does not serve you. One more time, inhale, arms reach up overhead. Clasp those hands. Slide those hands over your face, over your heart, over your body, scanning that body for any tension that still may be there. Grab hold of it, shake it out, get rid of it. It's not serving you, so we don't want it. Keeping only that serves us in our bodies. Float your hands to your heart center and bow your head down to your fingertips, stretching into the back of the neck. Thanking yourself for all that you are here in this present moment of life. Focus in on that intention you set at the beginning of your class. Seeing your intention in the here and in the now, take it with you. Work from it. Raising your hands to your third eye. The light within me salutes and recognizes the light within you. Thank you so much, everyone. Namaste.